Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new then hi, my name's Caitlin and it would mean the world to me if you could just tap that subscribe button. So the other day I was picking out what I wanted to use on my face and I realised that I use the same things in rotation pretty much every single day of my life. Yeah, that's not good because I have so much stuff just sat in drawers gathering dust, never seen the light of day. And today I just wanted to showcase the few palettes that I'd never ever reach for, give them a little bit of light, maybe inspire me to start using them a bit more, and yeah, that's the point of this video. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. The first palette that I never reach for is this. This is the Barry M Wildlife palette. So this I didn't buy that long ago, but it is very, very neutral. I do not regret buying this because 20% of the proceeds went to Save the Tigers, and yes, 100% have my money, but yeah, this is what it looks like. I do this thing with my neutral eyeshadow palettes. It's like a focus palette, that's what I call it, the focus palette, where I use a palette until I hit pan on a shade and then I'll rotate it out. So I think this might be my next one. I want to hit pan on something, just use it a bit more. This green, I feel is kind of out of place in this palette because it's all neutrals and then there's a green. So I'm not really sure how to use that with all these other colours, but I'm sure I'll find a way. If I'm using this like every day for like a month, I'm sure I'll find some way of using it. So yeah, this is the Barry M Wildlife palette. Never use it. And it's got a tiger on it, so you'd think that I use it all the time. But no, I don't. So the next palette is actually a palette that I have done a tutorial with. This is the Juvia's Place Saharan 2. So this is what it looks like inside. It is so beautiful, but the reason that I don't reach for it, the only matte shades are these three shades at the bottom, and they are all way too dark for my skin tone. There is nothing to blend them out with. So I've just swatched them out here. These are the only matte shades in the whole palette. This is the lightest one. I could probably use this like very sparingly, but this palette was 100% definitely made for darker skin tones than me, which is amazing, but maybe not amazing for me. But no, the shimmers in this palette are absolutely beautiful. I reached for the shimmers a few times, not a lot, because I'm the person who grabs one palette and just wants to use one palette. I don't want to use multiple palettes at once because I don't know, I don't like doing that. So these are some of the shimmers. Like, I mean, they're just beautiful. Juvia's Place never ever ever lets me down with their pigmentation. Their quality is always absolutely amazing. But yeah, this colour story I just feel like is a little bit too deep for my skin tone personally, and I am really gutted about that. But I am going to try and use it somehow. So the next palette that I never reach for, this was my baby for so long, and even when it was my baby I never reached for it. The Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette. Now this palette is a palette that was made not to be used but to be looked at. This palette just wasn't made to be used. I mean, you open it up here and you open the little thing and just look at that. It was made to be a collector's item and that's why I got it. But if you pull out here, these are the shades. So this is what the actual palette looks like. It is genuinely beautiful. It has all the colours kind of separated into the different houses. I love it. Still have a vengeance against Game of Thrones for season 8, but you know, 1 through like 6 weren't too bad, so let's just end the whole series at season 6. Yeah? Okay. So yeah, the shimmers in this are just so beautiful. Let me just swatch them for you. So here are some of the shimmers. They're just so pretty. I never ever reach for it though, because this palette is just so bulky and it just stays right at the back of my drawer. Loads of palettes like on top of it, around it. I never ever reach for it and it's so pretty. There are only 3 mattes in this, which is a little bit, you know, you ideally want more than 3 mattes, but as I said, it's not a palette that was intended to be used. really, I don't think, in my opinion. But yeah, that palette will always have a very special place in my heart. I will love and adore it forever and ever. And my hand is beginning to stain. So the last two palettes are the Colourpop Just My Luck and the Colourpop Aren't You Glad. So I bought all of the monochromatic palettes. I bought the little like set with the whole rainbow in them, and I don't know why, because I just wanted them, and I do use them apart from these two. So I'm going to start with the Aren't You Glad. I thought that this would be my most used because it's the most kind of wearable, I guess, out of all the shades. So orange is pretty close to brown. Most browns pull a little bit orange, so I thought I'd be able to use this kind of every day, but I just never reach for it for every day. This is in my colourful eyeshadow palette section. Maybe I should move it, but then my rainbow will be out. I don't know. This does have one press glitter in the middle. A lot of Colourpop palettes do. I never really reach for that, but again, let me just swatch a few things. I mean, look at them swatches. They are so pretty. I never ever reach for them though. I think with me, orange is a little too close to neutral. So when I want to do a colourful look, I never pick orange because it's more neutral. I mean, look at my eyes. If I'm going for colour, I go for colour. And orange, I don't know, it's a very neutral colour. Does that make sense in any way, shape or form? It does in my head. And so the Just My Luck palette, this, I think I'm a little intimidated by greens. I don't know, I love my Subculture palette, but I actually have my Subculture palette in my neutral section because I counted the greens and there's like 3 greens in there. But this, you can't really pull neutral with this. This is a green or go home palette. It is stunning. So yeah, here are some swatches for you. It is so beautiful. Colourpop's formula is just amazing. You can't go wrong with it. But yeah, I think green is just a little bit intimidating for me. I'm definitely going to try and use it more. But yeah, it's just green. Ooh, I don't know. I love green, just not on my eyes. So yeah, my colour schemes are definitely more like purpley. Even though I really hate pink and purple, like in anything else, in clothes, in jewellery, I hate pinky purple, but look at my face. Can't really escape it. So yeah, that was just my little video about all the palettes that I never end up reaching for. If you want a palettes that I always reach for, like my favourite palettes, then definitely give this a thumbs up, and I'll definitely do that. That's video idea. So yeah, if you did like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!